Hey, what's up? This is the Diaries podcast, Beyond the Decks. I'm DJ Too Much, and today we're talking to DJ Buddah Luv Jones. Hey, what's up?
What's up? What's up, world? What's good? This is DJ Buddah Luv Jones from Bridgeport, Connecticut.
It's Buddah Luv.
Buddah Luv.
Buddah Luv. I said Buddah Luv.
No, it's all good. You're not the only one. You're not the only one.
DJ Buddah Luv Jones. What gave you what? How'd you get your name?
Man, good question. If we can dig back into the archives, I would say back in the late 90s, back in high school, I shaved off my hair, a low cut. Some of the cats in the class started calling me Buddha just for the look. But yes, I'm Buddhist too. And then maybe a year after, like around 97, 98, when Love Jones came out, that movie, I was in college, back up at UConn. Love Jones came out. I was doing poetry on campus too, doing some of that spoken words. Love Jones was another tag name on campus. So I was like, you know what? Why not just put it together? So Buddah Love Jones came out around that time frame, around 98, 99. And it's been stuck with me ever since.
Ah, dope. That's a dope story. I like it.
Yeah, yeah. Gotta keep it suave.
Yeah. So what got you into DJ culture and music in general?
I've always been around music growing up. So if I could pinpoint a time frame, maybe look around the early 80s. My mom and dad used to drive us in the car, my sister and I, around Seaside Park in Bridgeport and turn on the AM stations. And we would listen to like Bill Withers, just driving through the park. And then some hip hop came out like around 84, 85 for me, listening to like Nucleus Jam on It, Run DMC. And then as time flowed on, new wave, a little bit of everything, all kinds of music, just being open and in tune to a little bit of everything, like Pet Shop Boys to like Wham, George Michael, and all the good stuff. So I've always been around music as far as that eclectic taste, a little bit of everything on my plate. So it just kind of came naturally as far as the passion for music. And then as a DJ, I just want to share that same love as far as music with the masses.
Oh, I love that. So, like as far as your style goes, I've heard you play maybe once or twice. I think I've seen you at Cedar Park over the
Ah,
summer playing, and I really like your style, honestly. Like I like the like you seem like you do like mashups and a lot of R&B, some old school, some new school. Like how would you describe your style?
man, good question. I would say I would love to take people on a musical journey. And that's like my move as far as being a DJ. Want to take them through those moments, nostalgic moments, play stuff that people don't usually hear in regular rotation, throw some surprises, play some blends, some edits, some piano, Afro beats mixed in there, and let it flow into like house music, soulful house music. Like I play some house versions of Erica Badu, Jill Scott, Black Coffee, Kate Trinata, and then flip it back, play some of that Marvin Gaye, Patrice Rushen. So a little bit of everything, just to cater to everybody, just making sure that they're having a good time. And that's my move as a DJ, just being in tune with the crowd.
That's dope. So like, how long have you been DJing? Like, how old were you when you started DJing?
I would say around 22, 23. I started kind of late, but I've always been around music. I made mixtapes back in high school, just making mixtapes for the ladies back then. All the love songs, those R&B love songs, the
Oh, you
early
was like one of them real smooth guys, huh?
yeah, making mixtapes in college and everything too, and passing a little love note on the side. And my boys back in college, we had a radio show, so we did like underground hip hop during that time back at UConn. So it was only natural that I decided to jump behind the turntables, and that was like around 2004. So it's been like at least a good 20 plus years now.
Oh wow, that's dope. That's really dope. And honestly, to even stay in the game this long, I see so many DJs that they start and then they kind of give up or they're just like oh, I used to DJ, you know? So
Yeah.
like to see somebody continue for like over 20 years is like inspiration, definitely. So like props to you for continuing to go.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
What are some of the events that you've done? What's an event that you've done that really stands out as like one of your favorite?
Oh man, so many. But if I could pinpoint one, it would be a little bit after the pandemic, around 2021. Everybody was finally able to step outside and breathe the fresh air. Opening up for Erica Badu in Bridgeport at the amphitheater.
I was there.
Were you?
I was
Oh,
there.
nice, nice. That's what's up. I think that was
That's
the
dope. I did not know you opened up for that. That's amazing. That's fire. It was a good show too.
Oh yeah, yeah, it was dope. It was dope. It was a dope experience, and able to connect with Erica Badu for a brief moment and chop it up with her was a cool experience.
She seems like she's dope.
Yeah, she's real cool, real chill.
Yeah.
My
That's
set was supposed to be like 40 minutes, but she didn't arrive on time. So so they stretched out enough time for me to rock on stage for like at least a good 2 hours. So I made sure I had everything on deck as far as some neo soul, some underground hip hop, a little bit of everything, just to cater to that type of vibe.
question. Okay, so question I have for you is if you're when you're preparing for an event like that, right, to go to a show like Erica Badu, how do you prepare your set and also make sure that if they ask you to go an extra hour that you're ready for that too?
You gotta have enough music. So new music is definitely the number one thing on the list. You gotta have crates and crates of music. And for Erica Badu type of concert, you gotta have enough, maybe some neo soul. Organize that into your folder. R&B, old school R&B, some Outkast, Common, Most Def, Talib Kweli, that type of vibe that would fall into that category.
All her exes, I see.
Or exes, exactly.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
that's it. That's it. So you gotta have enough music just to stretch out enough time because you never know.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's interesting because something like that happened to me like 2 months ago. I was supposed
Um,
to do an hour set, and then they ended up asking me to go like an extra 45 minutes to an hour, and I was like in my mind, I kind of knew that that would probably happen because like that's what happens at concerts. Like if they don't
right.
come on time, somebody's running behind, somebody's late. Nothing ever goes like the run of show is always just like a guesstimation.
Yeah.
So like that preparation is like really key. Like I find when I'm prepping for events that I have to over prepare kind of sometimes.
Mm.
But yeah, that's dope. So I think um I guess the question I have is outside of DJing, what role does music have in your life in general?
Music is it's a source of motivation, inspiration. It runs parallel with how I feel on a daily basis. It understands me. It knows me. It's my best friend. Music is therapy for me. It's an outlet, just a way to express myself. Just pinpointing different experiences of my life. You can reflect back and know which song was being played in the background during that time, like my first dance, um, my 21st birthday party, a little bit of everything. So music is inspiration as far as opening many doors and different outlets just to express myself.
I love that. That's dope. Um, one question I wanted to ask is what's the top of my head? I'm like, ah, okay, yeah. So you've been DJing for 20 over 20 years. What is one of the like I guess one of the roadblocks or like a struggle that you've had to overcome
Mm.
to continue DJing? Because I understand like even myself, there's times where I'm like, I don't know if I want to keep doing this, or like something happens to you and it kind of might put you in a position where you're not sure whether or not you want to continue. Have there ever been a moment where you thought like you were gonna quit or you had to struggle in order to like continue?
Good question. I would say starting off in the beginning, it wasn't easy as far as getting out there and connecting with promoters and club owners being an Asian American DJ, not too many of us are around in Connecticut or the tri-state area like that that's out there rocking. So I really had to show and prove myself and market myself and really have a good following of people that would really listen to my style of music. So it took me some time to really build myself, but that's all about promotions. And I had to put together like mixtapes and get myself out there, work hard on my craft day in, day out, and just having to show and prove myself 10 times harder than most DJs just to let them know, like, yeah, I'm Asian, but I could play music too. I'm not just like an engineer or a mathematician or anything like that. No, they try to fit you into that stereotype category, but nah, man, I had to step outside the box and really work my butt off as far as proving myself, like, yes, I know music and I could play for you too.
Well, and I really just want to point this out. Like when you say you know music, you know hip hop, you know R&B, like you know music for the culture, you know? And I think I'm sure like I'll say like I noticed off the bat like who is this guy? Like what type of music does he play? So like when I heard you, I was like, "Oh, fire." Like the tight like also you could tell you really know like not just the music but the culture and like I could tell you grew up probably in I don't want to say in the hood but like hip hop around R&B culture and like even hearing you say like you was making mixtapes and passing them to girls. I'm like, oh, you was a lover like like the old school R&B like yeah that like I feel like in order to be a DJ that really understands that type of music, you have to understand the culture too and be a part of it
Of
in order to
course.
play it in a way that your audience is going to receive it the way it's supposed to be received.
Right. Right.
So
Definitely, definitely. People be surprised when I'll be breaking out with someone at Frankie Beverly and Maze
yeah.
and all that. But like, yeah, come on. I know Frankie Beverly music. I know all the cookout music. I got you. I got
Yeah,
you.
I love that. That's fire.
Yeah,
Like we definitely have to do a some type of set together or
yeah,
get
yeah.
together soon. I know like we've been on the same like events, but like not back to back.
Right.
So we'll love to definitely love to do a set with you.
Oh, likewise.
So as far as, the DJ, you- the DJ scene, excuse me, let me start over.
Yeah.
As far as the DJ scene, since you started to where you're at now, what culture shifts have you seen? Like what things have you seen shift that you've had to adapt to?
Mm. Um, being in the game for 20 plus years now, I think technology has made a big shift as far as making things more convenient for all of us DJs. Instead of carrying crates and crates of records or CDs, it makes being a DJ much easier. And also you have to adapt and really evolve as far as music because if you're stuck in one lane, you're not going to last long at all. You have to really open your ears to all categories of music in order to really stretch out your career in this game. Otherwise, you'll last for like at least a good year or two if you're stuck in one category of music. That and also music is very short now. As far as songs are concerned, we used to stretch out music for like at least a good 2.5 minutes for each song. Now it's just a verse and a hook, then you switch over to the next track. So it's not really the same like it used to be. People used to enjoy and listen to music for like a long stretch period of certain songs to be played all the way through, but you can't do that anymore. In order to keep the party jumping, you gotta play a little bit of everything as far as within a minute and a half, if that makes any sense.
Nah, that's honestly that's one thing I noticed about DJing in Connecticut.
Yeah,
This is like not to say it's not like that in Houston because I've gone to parties in like in the South and it's like the quick transitions too. But
yeah.
there are some songs I feel like they'll play longer in the South.
Mm.
There's like I feel like the culture up here in Connecticut, and in New York in general is like this very fast pace and a lot of yelling. Like
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the mic, the mic game is important
it
and
is.
also that energy has to be quick. Like, and I think like that minute and a half, like the verse and the chorus, then the next song, verse, chorus, next song, verse, chorus, next song. is like
Yeah.
the pattern that I see up here. It's like quick, quick. Whereas I see like in LA, they kind of like drag the song out a little bit. Like the way
Mm,
they even blend and mix and transition is a lot different from how they do it on the East Coast.
yeah.
And the South is different too. So like I see like if I go to Miami to a party, they're gonna play the music a little different than if I'm in New York, you
Right.
know?
Yeah, it's regional. I agree.
Regional.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, so you said you lived in Houston or you like
I lived in Houston for like at least a good 2 years. But before that, I was going back and forth. I lived in Houston like around '03, '04, around that time when Mike Jones, Paul Wall was really big out there during that time frame, really breaking to the mainstream.
yeah.
Yeah,
What
so
what are some of like your like do you like any of the Houston like music or the Southern rappers?
yeah, I do. I'm real big on UGK. Pimp C, Bun B, definitely. Chameleon back then. See what else. If I had to tap over to Georgia, Pastor Troy, then the early Outcasts, Ghetto Boys in Houston, definitely Rap a Lot Records. So yeah, Paul Wall. So a mixture of everything. I couldn't really get into the chop and screw stuff though. I tried.
Chopping food
It
is
just didn't work.
hard.
It is hard. It is hard.
Hard.
You really
Like
got to be on that stuff to really get into it. But I was like, nah, man, no purple stuff for me. I'm good.
yeah, I love the culture down there though. Like
Yeah.
the energy. I love Atlanta, but I feel like Houston has like I just love Houston. Like the culture in Houston is to me in the South, it's like a lot of people be like Atlanta is like the New York of the South. I'm
Mm,
like Houston to me is like that New York energy of the South, but in this very smooth
yeah.
Southern way. That's
Right.
like not trying to be anything other than what it is.
Yeah. It's a
So
their own too, as far as independent artists. People be caking out there in Texas.
yeah, people
No,
do
yeah, they make money out there.
they make big money. A lot of that oil money.
Yeah,
Oil money.
definitely.
Um, so one I guess one other question I had. So do you use Serato, record box, tractor?
Serato.
Serato. Okay. So
Yeah.
out of all of the DJ applications, have you tried any other applications other than Serato?
I tried virtual DJ.
Yeah. What'd you think of it?
It's cool. It's convenient. It's something that you can play around with at home, but not for like parties or events.
Yeah, I only
Serato is like
asked.
go to.
Yeah, I only asked because like I'm always seeing online people are like record box or virtual
Oh,
DJ is better than Serato, and I'm like all the DJs I talk to all use Serato.
right.
I know a couple that use record box, but I also understand like DJs I know that have been in the game for a while. They a lot of the DJs have transitioned from like techniques or CDs into Serato. So
Hmm.
before Serato was around, did you start off with CDs or turntables, or did you go right into Serato?
I was messing with the 1200s before. I'm just playing around with it. Then after that it was the CDs, then doing like little house parties, little small stuff, virtual DJ. Then when Serato finally came out, I jumped on it.
Dope, dope. What was your first event?
Ooh, first event, like with turntables, CDJs, and all that good stuff. I would say it was out in Brooklyn, and this was like around '05, '05, '06, around that time frame. When you go to Brooklyn, people know how to party all night long. So it was a house party that my boys threw. We had tons and tons of people that was jam packed into the crib. So we was rocking from like at least 8 o'clock all the way to 6 in the morning.
Wow.
Going nonstop. I was in the zone. I can't do that anymore. But yeah, for 8 hours straight, it was serious.
Wow. So that was your first party.
First party. First
And then
party.
from there, like how did it continue? Like,
A lot of it was word of mouth. So building that relationship with people and networking with other folks in the industry helped out a great deal as far as stretching out my time in the game as far as weddings, private events, clubs, and so forth. So networking is definitely a key factor in order to really stretch out your DJ career.
yeah, do you do like business cards, website, or mainly like social media?
I do have a website. It's lovejones.com. Also social media. I mean, it's there for a reason. Why not just utilize it? It's a great tool to market yourself. Because if you don't, nobody's going to do it for you. So it's all about investing in yourself.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like so you've been doing this for a while. Like to any DJs that are, I guess, coming up, new in it. Like I know there's a lot of DJs that have started out like since COVID in the past like 3 or 4 years. What would you say to like a new DJ that's just getting started and that is looking for inspiration to keep going?
Sure. I would say ask yourself why you want to be a DJ and really understand your purpose of why you want to be a DJ for some reason. It took me some time to really understand that being a DJ, especially during the pandemic, during that time, I became a vessel as far as being a therapist of some sort because people were looking for the outlet. People were stuck at home 24/7, and just to open up your social media accounts like Twitch and so forth and just DJing online helped out a great deal just to help ease some of the tension and stress from everyday living during that time. So ask yourself why you want to be a DJ and don't give up. Keep pushing yourself. Learn the craft, practice. Um, don't be afraid to try new things or open up your ears to other genres of music too. And just go with the flow. Keep pushing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
For
definitely.
real. For real. Yeah. I feel like there's so many times where like we get discouraged or we have a bad gig or a bad event
Yeah,
or something might not go exactly as planned and it's like it could be easy to like want to give up in this DJ industry, but I think what you said is true. Like you have to consistently remind yourself why you started and why you're doing this, and like is it because you love music? Is it because you love, you know, changing, or is it because you love making people dance? Is it because you love bringing people together? And I recognize too, like in a lot of ways, we are like healers. You know,
mm,
we're able to make people forget about whatever stresses they might have going on in
right.
their everyday life, even if it's just for your hour set. You know, um, and it's like it's really a gift that we're given to be able to like use music to bring joy to people. So
Definitely. You become that vessel and just got to express yourself and bring people together.
yeah, I agree. I agree. Well, thank you so much today for sharing us, or thank you today for sharing. Ah, thank you so much for sharing your story with us today. Really
Yeah, I
appreciate
appreciate
you. It was great to like talk to you and meet and really officially meet you, like
it. We pass each other all the time. I need to come
yeah.
check you out for the wind down events too.
Oh, you gotta come out. We're having
Yeah,
one January 18th. It's gonna be in Hartford. If you're around, let me know. I'll hook you up with some tickets for
yeah,
you and a guest.
definitely,
Come
definitely
out.
appreciate you.
Definitely. So, um, yeah, I'm gonna stop recording.
Okay. Yeah,
But thank you so much for coming out today, and thank you for being a part of Deck Diaries podcast. And let people know how they can follow you.
sure. You can check out my website is lovejones.com. That's spelled LUVJONZ.com. Or you can follow me on social media, which is at Buddah Love Jones.
All right, dope. Check them out, and we'll see y'all soon.
Peace.